training Tuesday. James Thie's group in Cardiff. I'm lost. Paul's left me. I don't know where he is. Left me some fend for myself. I don't know where it's gone. Yeah, okay.
Kids' kitty bags there. Also, kids' kitty bags.
No, I didn't.
It looks as if someone's having a pre-session at McDonald's.
So what's the session tonight then, James?
The session tonight is predominantly most people are going to be doing 3 times 5 minutes. So for the front guys, it's going to be a mile, just a mile in, they might run 4:40, 4:50. Basically, the recovery is going to be about 2 minutes. It's a bit cold tonight. It was potentially going to be 2.5 because it's basically a top-up session. A lot of the guys raced in the indoors on Sunday. A lot of the guys are racing this weekend in the Welsh University's cross country in the Cardiff Cross Challenge on Sunday. Yeah. So it's a little bit of a top-up session, a little bit of 5k pace, just so that we come in the rest of the week pretty fresh. Some of the guys are training for other events. So if I get run over, so they'll probably end up doing maybe 4, maximum of 5. So, but obviously they can sit back in the group. Yeah. They won't necessarily be pushing it. We've got Steve Mitchell coming over from Bristol today, so he'll probably be at the front. But it's a nice session, I think, because it kind of meets the middle ground. 5k, kind of feel, tonight, but it is a little bit cold.
Very
icy,
cold,
so
ice in the ground.
We'll be a little bit careful. So, but it's a nice session to set us up for Sunday.
Nice one, mate. Cheers. Right, Andy Lane. So you're a triathlete coach predominantly.
Right, yeah.
So how do you guys fit into James's this session there? How do you guys work out?
Well, triathlon, the way that our guys are running it, they're running it over sort of 5 and 10k.
Yeah.
So they fit in with this program. They've obviously got their own sessions to do during the week as well.
Yeah.
But where possible, we try and use the group environment.
Yeah.
It might be that I change the session slightly for my guys, or I get them to run a different time.
Yep.
But the advantage of running in the group is no one's off on their own.
Yep.
Plus, they obviously pushed if I needed to run them faster or slower, then they still got company.
Okay.
And having James' experience is great as well.
Perfect, yeah.
So it's someone to bounce ideas off in terms of the coaching.
Yeah,
plan.
wicked, yeah.
But yeah, just to really join in and make a better atmosphere to keep the motivation.
Okay. You kind of, it's meant to be 5k feel, but it might be a little bit harder because it's cold and because of the ground, okay? Safety first. Don't hurt yourself.
Sitting in the house with my trainers on. Winter rain about, so the days are long. We all planned a trip to the beach, but I spent too many minutes in the shower, so my mates are gone. They did warn me, but I'm a tiny bit vexed. I give them all a piece of my mind in the text. And if they ring my phone, I pretend I can't hear it. You could probably call it a fight to the death. As soon as I could talk any sense as a kid, they said my attitude was beastly, it still is. Proof that I was born to be offensive king. The only guy ruder than me is Prince Philip. I'm not sorry that they have to read my nonsense. I showered for long enough to clean my conscience. And how could I be when they're out by the sea while I'm trying to keep my head above deep problems? This is not a happy song. I've got it badly wrong. It's my chance and now it's gone. Whoa, it's a nice day for those plans, but time waits for no man. You're trying to call your gang, they're lying on the sand. And if sitting in your house is your business now, and to figure it out you send signals out, but you fear they were ignored. You're the chairman of the board. It's a nice day for those plans, but time waits for no man. You're trying to call your gang, they're lying on the sand. And if sitting in your house is your business now, and to figure it out you send signals out, but you fear they were ignored. You're the chairman of the board.
What number was that, James? What are we at to?
3 for us.
3.
For some of the more shorter distance guys like myself, just doing 3 tonight. So some of the guys are back up the hill for number 4, but yeah, just a top-up session, run to time for most of the guys, so that everyone gets the same session. Whereas you run to distance, someone's getting a totally different session to everyone else. So going well. So yeah, one more rep for some of the guys.
Stay for those plans, but time waits for no man. You're trying to call your gang, they're lying on the sand. And if sitting in your house is your business now, and to figure it out you send signals out, but you fear they were ignored. You're the chairman of the board. Said it's a nice day for those plans, but time waits for no man. You're trying to call your gang, they're lying on the sand. And then sitting in your house is your business now. And to figure it out, you send signals out, but you fear they were ignored. You're the chairman of the board.
Here's Steve Mitchell after a tough 4 mile session out in Cardiff. How come you've come down to Cardiff for this session tonight then?
I think it's 2011 I started linking in with James's group once, sometimes twice a week, and I just really enjoy it. It's a great atmosphere. When you enjoy it, it makes working hard that much easier. And I've got a great coach back in Bristol, Keith Backstone, but James as well has been fantastic. He's so supportive. He always treats me like one of his athletes, and he's got so much knowledge that, yeah, it's a win-win really.
Do you find it useful running with him during a rep and stuff, or do you find it like, because obviously tonight Bish wasn't here tonight, so a bit difficult on your own at the front there.
Well, it was great having, even if you're at the front of the group, when there's a group of you, it just makes it so much easier when you're on your own. And yeah, Bish is great to train with, but you can't always have everyone here, and people like James, he's still running really, really well, and it's a good group of people here, so definitely keeps you on the toes, which I really enjoy.
How about yourself, in terms of the future of the season coming up, what are your plans?
Well, targeting UK indoors in just under 4 weeks' time, the 1500. I did have a disappointing 3k at BMC, but a lot better 1500 on Sunday. So yeah, and training's just getting better and better and better every day. So a few more weeks, and I'm really excited for the UK indoors. I've come 4th in the outdoors and 5th in the indoors before, so really want that medal and ideally the gold, so looking forward to that.
Sweet, nice for that. Cheers for that, mate. Thank you. Right, good session there. You did 3 reps yourself, 4 reps for Steve there, yeah?
Yeah, guys are going really well. Steve Mitchell's looking really good. So, but it's a nice group. So, we were running sort of, 4:40. It's a little bit harder coming back up the hill, just outside 5 minutes. But it's a fairly tough second mile. But the nice thing is, if you're doing 3 like I was, you can let the handbrake off. And I think I ran 4:35 last mile. Yeah. And then some of the guys came back up. But as I said, it's kind of just a top-up session. Yeah. This time of year, all the base and the work should be in. Yeah. You're just about making sure that you maintain your kind of base, so you're not losing out each week. But you're recovering from, a lot of the guys raced on Sunday and they're looking to race again the following Sunday.
Are you taking note of places you've stopped, like, and I know obviously you're kind of in a roundabout area each time, but are you dead persistent, not persistent, focused on those little points that you finish on, and do you try and improve it each time, or is it something you don't really think about?
Yeah, we kind of look at, we know where we are year on year, but, and I know where,
you finished
the guys
previously.
Have done previously and how it's progressed. Like, early on in the winter we were doing 6 times a mile, so we've gone down from 5 to 4 and now just to 3, so you can feel nice and fresh. And it's one of those where you do know, but on a night like tonight where it's cold, I couldn't feel my arms in the last rep. On a nice night you might take 5 seconds off that, and then some of the guys are running mid 4:30s. Some of the girls are getting towards 5 minutes for their reps, which is good running. So things are really progressing. We've got a nice bunch, a lot of athletes not here tonight that had exams, first years.
Yeah, you mentioned that,
A couple of good athletes like Josh Griffiths, Thie Price, who's a real talent. So we've got a cracking set of first years and alumni that come back each year. And then the likes of Steve Mitchell coming over from Bristol just for this session. Aziz, a world junior, world cross runner, just popping down. He lives in Cardiff, so nice feel. We've got the triathlon guys who've docked Andy Lane, so a bit of everything. So we're all inclusive, from people literally just starting to get fit to people knocking on the door of Olympics and world champs.
Perfect, mate. Thanks for that today. Really appreciate it, James.
Thank you.